You hear that? I did a thing. I finally did a thing. Finally got the sump going on this 75 that looks horrible right now. Who's here? Someone's here. Wait to see if anyone pops in. If not, I may just make a video of it. Hey, Connor, how's it going? Oh, man. Yeah, we'll see. It's all right. Somehow I have 2 likes, but I think you're the only one here. How's the audio? Is it loud? Not so loud? Cool, thanks. So, can you hear what sounds like water draining? Well, Connor, I don't think you were around when I said I was going to do these sumps, but I finally did it. This is my 75. Hey, Rob Bull, how's it going? So, I was just talking about how I finally got the sump going. You can hear it's pretty noisy. Don't know if you guys saw my update to my 75-gallon aquariums when they were still in the garage, but they ended up being tempered glass, so I couldn't drill them. But let's see if I can get that light on, if you guys can see it there. I ended up with the Eschup's hang on back overflow. And so far it seems to be doing pretty well, but I am pretty nervous. I'm not used to hearing that noise going. Hey, Melvin, how's it going? Oh man, I've been at it all day. Ended up going with the King of DIY Joey's cheap way of doing it with the. We'll see if we can see it. I don't know if we can. It's with these little storage drawers. I don't know if you guys can see the lava rock there. Ah, there we go. That helps a little bit. Hey, George, how's it going, man? Somewhat, dude. My stomach feels better, but I busted a filling in my tooth. let's see. What about this? Hey, Diva. Hey, TJ. Hey, Aquaballs. I made you a moderator. So if you wouldn't mind approving pretty much any message that shows up, because I don't care that much. I think I show up brighter that way. Cool. Hey, Bob. How's it going? So I finally got one of the sumps going on one of the 75s. Unfortunately, I had to put my guppies down. They were costing me a whole lot of money. I went through, I'm pretty sure they had fin rot. I tried treating them with salt for a couple weeks, and I went through a box and a half of erythromycin. So at that point, I had to kind of cut it off. So I did end up putting them down yesterday with clove oil, and I now have some other fish in my 75. So let's take a look. So you can see all the Halloween decorations my daughter helped me put up. So far in here, I do have some Danio, some longfin, and some zebra, and some neon tetras. I'm really liking how much room the Danios have in here. Sorry it's so dirty, guys. I did just do the sump today, so it is pretty horrible. But let's see. Let me see about getting the light down here to the sump so you guys can see what I did. Cool. All right. So I did go with the King of DIY Joey's little storage drawers. The one thing I wish I did have that I wish I didn't buy in bulk was I bought a pretty massive bag of polyfill, and that doesn't really work that well for this system. So I think I'm gonna have to go spring for some quilt batting. Oh, hey Rob, thanks for coming by, man. Oh, what are you guys talking about? Oh man, sorry guys. Let me finish up with this and then I will pay attention to the chat, I promise. But so right now I just have a bunch of that polyfill stuffed in here. Got some lava rock right in here. Aquaballs did use some of it for out of the big bag for the Hex Tank Scape, but that is most of it. I did end up squeezing out the sponge that I had going in there. Then I had this in there as well. It's some Matrix. I'll eventually likely just throw that in there with the lava rock, or I may keep it there to cycle another tank. And that is as much crushed coral as I could fit in one bag. I may add another, or I may go buy some different bags. That are much larger. And let's see if it cools down. Maybe if I flip this back over. You guys can see my plumbing. These are 2 returns. Or sorry. 2 drains, 1 return. And you can see the pump right back over there. So I did go with the Inkbird temperature controller, and there's the DC pump. I do have it on the lowest setting. because my Danio were getting in the HOB overflow. Night, Connor. Thanks for stopping by. Hi, Kiwi. How's it going? And the one thing I did do here that I don't really see other people doing, I'm really hoping and crossing my fingers that it helps the heater be a little more efficient. I actually left the bottom drawer in, but I did cut a massive hole in it. And you can see I do have the heater in there. I have it pushed up most of the way against this wall, so the water is forced through the polyfill, through the lava rock, through the heater, out this way to push everything back forward right before it gets to everything else. So I'm gonna stop spinning you guys around now. I hope I'm not making you too dizzy. So what's everyone up to? Other than watching me, and I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Got 7 likes so far. I think that's a record for one of my live streams, seeing as it is my second one, I believe. Pretty sure it's my second one. Dude, George, I might have to bring you that bag of polyfill, bro. I don't think I'm gonna be able to use it. I'm trying to think of a way I might be able to smash it down in between like some nets or something. I don't know, maybe that lighting grating stuff that people use for dividers. I don't know. But it seems kind of silly to invest more money into a bag of polyfill. Cool, dude. You said everything starts around 1 or 2, right? 2 or 3? 1, 2, 2, 3. You guys want to go see some other tanks? Can you guys hear that? You guys hear the water draining? Yeah, I'm pretty scared to try to tune it in better. I don't know what would happen. Let me drag my charger with us just in case. Let's go check out an update on the Hex tank that Aquaball escaped for me. Any of you guys follow Life with Zenzo? It's his workout or fitness channel. All right, man. So I've been really meaning to, you already know this. I've really been meaning to get back to working out because I am pathetically thin. And this tank is going to be my inspiration for getting back to working out. Dude, look how cleaned up the wood is. There was so much of that white stuff on it, especially up over there by the bubbles. It was just waving like crazy, about a good 2 inches long. Between the snails and the autos I put in there. They're doing a really good job of cleaning it up. And I did end up putting some shrimp in here. I don't know if I'll be able to show it on this. We'll see. There is one right over here, so hopefully. I don't know if it'll come out. Ah, you could barely see them. That little yellow speck right there. I did put in some yellow shrimp and some red cherry shrimp. Oh, I can see another yellow and red cherry way back there in the middle. I doubt my laptop is going to show it that well. You escaped it, bro. You were trying to stuff me in it, man. Yeah, I mean, I do have both lights on. Always. Well, not always on, but when they're on, both are. So, yeah, guys, this tank is pretty big. Um, I'm 6 feet. You can see how big it is compared to my arm, at least. And Aquaballs was trying to get me to jump in it and take a video like that, but I don't think I would have been able to get back out. All right, let's go check out another one. The one I escaped is coming along pretty well. I did add a few fish to it. Hi, Monica. How you doing? Yes, they are. They are white clouds. So I'll give you guys a sneak peek on the rest of the fish that'll be going in there, okay? So, shh. So there is my little female beta. I am going to go with kind of a red theme because you could see the other white clouds that are over there. And eventually I will be escaping this 20 long for some other fish. Oh, one of your favorites, Diva? Cool. Aren't you on the East Coast, Monica? Man, if you're on the East Coast, you work late. Cool. Yeah, I'm trying to debate on what to go with a bottom dweller. I'm thinking maybe some albino cories. Although I'm kind of scared that it might end up being too much for a 20 long. What do you guys think? You could think it might be okay for a little school of Corys? Man, I've only had this sump running for, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours, and every time I hear it, it scares me. Still getting used to it. Oh, wow, that's cool, Monica. How many Corys would you guys put with all those fish? I always hear the coop talking at least 6, but I don't know if that'll end up being too many. Well, I suppose there's only one way to find out. We'll see how much of the toxins the plants can soak up. I think I chose some good ones to do so. So, all right, guys. In here, I do have my goldfish. And they're all common / comet, except one Shabunkin. And some giant Danio. So this guy here was the first fish I started out with since I've been back in the hobby. I do remember having a tank when I was little, although I wouldn't really say I was in the hobby at that time, so I suppose this is the first time I'm in the hobby. But it has now been about a year since I've been in the hobby. And let's see. My flower horn's color isn't all that great right now, but he's eating. And I wish I did have lights for every tank, but I don't. We'll see if these fish eventually come somewhat into frame. But you guys can see my cichlid tank. So this is not the way I wanted to look at all. I've just had a lot on my plate and have not been able to get to it. But I have washed out some sand right there. That's going to be going in there. So I'm going to replace it a little bit at a time. But I want to sump all of my large tanks. So anything 75 plus. So it'll be my 125 cichlid tank, my 90 goldfish, and both my 75s. I already have everything I need to sump that one. I just have some cichlid fry in there growing out. And I will likely do all the plumbing next week. But have you guys ever tried to connect 2 of those storage totes together with either one of those unisills or a bulkhead and some PVC pipe? because I'm a little nervous about removing the center support here for the 6-foot tank. Excuse me. So I'm thinking that I might need 2 storage totes to get some better height out of it. I would really like to get at least 50 gallons under there. Thanks, Monica. Thanks, Bob. Yeah, that is one tank I have that is definitely not getting a heater. I do live in Southern California, so it's definitely not going to be getting too cold. But in order to sump this one, I do have a storage tote in mind. It is the 50-gallon storage tote. It's one of those black ones with the yellow tops. But it is 49.5 inches long or so. And I only have 47 inches of space. So it looks like I am going to have to replace these 8-inch bricks with 6-inch bricks. Yes, Monica, I had most of these tanks in here. Well, I had a lot more tanks in here at one point. Hi, Jess. How you doing? I did have a lot more tanks in here at one point. I had pretty much every tank that was in my bedroom in here. And I was trying to do everything on sponges. But now instead, I am trying to make my life easier and do a little less water changes. So I'm trying to put everything on sumps. So I do have my central air pump there. You see it right there. That hose goes out the back into that vertical PVC pipe there. Goes up to the T, and it does surround the whole room. You see it all the way around the whole room. And I pretty much just went with Corey from the Coops method. I do have some stainless steel threaded little nipples up there. I forget what they're called, but they are threaded. So you drill a slightly smaller hole and you just use your fingers and twist it in. It makes it pretty tight. I leave that one open at all times. I do not want to touch them. I am scared that once they come loose, I will just have to pull it out and patch the hole up and make a new hole. So instead, I do have these ones down here that I adjust, which this is one of the vacant ones since I've moved a lot of the tanks out. That's not that late, Jess. Man, I'm hoping these cichlids come out a little bit. I do have one of my, my only female Erotis in there is holding right now. I'm going to be trying to yank her out tomorrow morning and see if I can strip some fry. WD-40. Are they mechanics over there or something? Although I do remember in my late teens, early 20s, when all I did was pretty much work on cars with friends, um, my buddy did have a neighbor that was upset with us pretty much all the time. No, it's not, Jess. uh, hey, Jess, just curious, how old are they? If they're young, I can understand. If they're much older, I don't know about that. I think they'd want to be in bed already. I don't know. I'm in my 30s and it's not even 8 o'clock here, and I'm almost ready for bed. You're welcome, Monica. If you have any other questions specific, let me know. Oh wow, so it's like a whole family then. And I don't know, that 5-year-old sounds like a oopsie to me. Me and my buddy were 16 and 17 when his parents had their last child, who is now 16, and she is my little sister. Uh, she started her senior year. It is crazy to think she's going to be in college next year. Oh, wow. Okay. So the oldest was the black sheep. Get out of here so we can start a new family. That's cool. They're starting. Again, guys, this is not the decor that'll eventually be in there when I do get to it. Although I am, other than the sand, I'm thinking of waiting till I get it sumped to do the rest of the decor. We will see. Hey, George, if you're still here, you can see those two females you gave me front and center. Yeah, guys, I went out and I bought a couple shop lights today. This is one of them. George, I did buy some shop lights, the ones that you got. Hold on, what? What about your kids? Dude, it ain't my job to tell your kids to go to sleep. You tell them to go to sleep. Are you kidding me? When I'm there at 2 a.m., I tell them, hey, go bother your dad. Fluorescent, Jess? I do actually have one fluorescent light that I do not use because it freaks me out a little bit. Um, I have two super weak points when it comes to handiwork. That is electrical and plumbing. Um, I love carpentry, so I can build it. It's fun. Uh, but plumbing and electrical are not my forte. And I don't even remember where I was going with that. Oh yeah, it was a 37 acrylic that was given to me from a customer. It came with this fluorescent light, and it has this super big transformer with it, and it looks all spliced together, pretty rickety with some wire nuts. Um, yeah, I really don't want to use it, so I'm not. But I do like the way fluorescent looks, Jess. I honestly think they look better than LEDs. If you get the right temperature bulbs in there, I really think they look better than LEDs. I might be a lone soldier on that one. Oh, cool. 9 people, 9 likes. Thanks, guys. That's pretty cool. So, I made it over 100. Woohoo! And it looks like I'm gonna stay there. I think I'm at like 105 currently or something like that. I don't know, 103. Any tank you guys would like me to sit in front of? Oh, you too, Monica? I've never been able to run one on one of my own tanks. I've just seen them on other people's. Oh, cool, 106. Let's see, I'm gonna go hang out back in front of this 75 out here. And make sure my laptop does not die. Cool. It's charging. It's charging. Maybe I should just look at this. Hold on, what sounds like a fire ready to start, Bob? Are you talking about the sound? Hey, dude, what'd you delete a message for? And we'll mod Bob too. So hope you guys don't mind. Made you guys some mods. I think. I didn't mean it. Oh, don't you remember what you told me the reason you have no mods right now? Man, it is getting hot in this house without these fans on. I don't know what people in Southern California love about living here so much. It's too dang hot. Your dogs are driving you nuts? Come. Here's one of mine. Her name is Lily. I've had her now for I think 7 or 8 years. No, mama. Your wife is driving you crazy. When isn't she, dude? I think you drive her just as crazy, though. I think there might be a party somewhere outside. Oh, yeah, Bob, it does sound like a fire waiting to happen. That's why it's just sitting in my garage. I probably need to just get rid of it. But it does have I think it was a 65K fluorescent in it. Part of me does want to get some fluorescents. I just wish they didn't waste so much energy. Yeah, no worries, Bob. You could replace them with some other fluorescent fixtures, Jess. Oh, okay. Yeah, the energy consumption. Oh, we're around, Bob. Lily, did I miss someone? I didn't see a Lily. Well, I don't see a Lily, but hi, Lily? Is this another YouTube funky thing? All right, Jess, I get it. Yep, another YouTube funky thing. So be it. Cool. Home Depot, near all their LED shop lights, actually have some 2 foot grow lights that I was kind of thinking for my 20 longs that planted, but I kind of feel like it would be too high of light and probably just grow algae everywhere. But maybe those bulbs you're talking about, Monica, might be better. Yeah, I would really love to do fluorescent, but I was looking at the price costs, and it would have cost a lot more to get fluorescent fixtures plus the bulbs than to just go with the shop lights. So I went the shop lights for now. Eventually, I will probably, when I can afford actual aquarium lights for tanks, I will begin moving my LED shop lights into my garage where I do have fluorescent fixtures. So that those use less energy and hopefully make my garage a lot less hot. Hemet? Okay, Bob. I've been to Hemet. I don't quite remember exactly where it is. I want to say it was hotter than a mother. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Yes, Bob, my dog. Her name is Lily. I have another one, but she's probably already in her crate. Let's see. Boom. There's Lily. This dog has been hyper since I've had her. I probably had her since she was just under a year. I can't pet her without this, and this is a whole lot better than it used to be. Before I couldn't even touch her without her bolting off for a toy, and eventually she'll get tired of this and bolt off for a toy. But yeah, so I'm gonna let her be calm. It's all right, Mama. It's all right. I love you too. I love you too. Okay. Nightbot activated. What's a Nightbot? George, Nightbot? What's a Nightbot? Oh man, I've been going for almost 47 minutes already. I don't know. You asked me if your Nightbot is activated. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Man, this tank is finally starting to look a little better. So I did at one point have some Oscars and some other larger cichlids in my 125, and I must say I enjoy smaller fish in a larger aquarium much more. If I do end up moving these Danio back out, I may end up going with some sort of rainbow fish in there. Do you guys like rainbow fish? What are your guys' favorite rainbow fish? I'm thinking if I can get a bunch of oh, duh. I'm pretty tired, Bob. Doing the sump today had me going pretty crazy. I did end up having to move this tank out and back in by myself. So that was fun. You guys want to see what the Hey Chewy, how's it going? Thanks for joining us, Chewy. So right now we are sitting in front. Let me move out a little bit so the light gets better. We're just sitting in front of one of my 75s. You can see my Halloween decorations that my daughter wanted to put on. Oh, man, I forgot. I forgot. Haha, Chewy. I feel you, man. Everyone says I'm young, but I don't feel like I'm my age. So, I bought a fish at the 99-cent store, guys. Here it is. Ah. So, what do you guys think? You think it's modeled after a real fish of some sort, or you think they just threw something together? Yeah, not yet, man. Red hair. For some reason, I have red hair. And this is 100% laziness. I actually really need to shave tomorrow. When I go back to work, I have to take a picture for my ID. But yeah, guys, I saw this fish and I had to have it. It was $1. It was $1. You can't tell me that's not cool. Yeah, so they had a few different animals there, and my mom saw it. And when I saw the fish, I grabbed the fish, and the thing out of my daughter's mouth, of course you have to have the fish. She's 4. Yeah, I think my daughter is too smart for her own good. Oh, I never saw that movie, Chewy. I'll have to watch it and take a look. But movies and shows are always doing something, man. It wasn't until I got into fish keeping that I noticed all these things, and it's like, oh man, get past it. Got to get past it. Like I always gotta love when they have a goldfish, especially it'll be like a fancy tail goldfish in a tiny little bowl that is barely twice the length of the fish. But who knows? Hopefully, it's taken care of after. We'll never know. You guys see any good movies lately? Oh man, yeah, just another reason for me to not watch The Office, Jess. Although that is still better than what I saw in a customer's house. Um, I'm pretty sure most of you guys follow Aqua Pros and have seen his wine glass that he's done. I really wish all wine glasses, large novelty wine glasses that people attempted to put water in, looked like that. This person had a good dozen or so goldfish of different sorts, including a black moor I saw in there. Um, it was probably like a 3-gallon wine glass. And once that black moor got about an inch and a half from the glass, you couldn't even see a shadow. Oh yeah, Chewy, man. But everyone I tell I'm into fish to is like, oh man, do you have any piranha? No, man, I don't have any piranha. Um, I actually hear that piranha are pretty cool if you can provide a really cool environment for them, but I don't have a any such environment. So what I was thinking about for a little while were some exodons. Um, I did want to see some ravenous feedings for a while, but I get enough of it with my Africans. Yes, the bucktooth tetra. Um, I walked into one of my local shops and asked for a bucktooth tetra, and they looked at me like I was an alien or I was speaking a different language. Um, then I had to spend a while explaining to them that they're not an actual tetra. Oh yeah, Jess. I did smell it, and the funny thing is, they tried telling me that they do a water change every other day. There was a lot of fish in there, but there's no way there was a water change the day before or even the day before that. Currents. I'll have to look that up. I just saw Abominable with my daughter. It was the first time I've been to the movies in over 5 years, I'd say. And the movies have definitely changed, at least in my area. I remember these cramped, uncomfortable seats where you had absolutely no arm room whatsoever. And now they have these assigned recliner seats where I still had no arm room, but it was just because I have a kid. Um, Anyone who has a kid knows if they're sitting next to you, you never have any arm room. And if you ever let them sleep with you, you never have any bed space. Megalodon was a good movie, Chewy. Was that supposed to be like a thriller? Megalodon. I think that was a thriller. Hey, man, honestly, I don't know, man. Um, I would think that it would be a little weird that if they did exist, there wouldn't be some crazy carnage popping up in some places. All right, Jess, we'll see you soon. Like a blue whale or something that got bit in half. I don't know. That's just me. If it existed, I think something like that would happen. But I would really love to be able to get deep down there and see all those crazy creatures that are pretty much just like an eyeball or something. all the stuff that were in horror movies when we were kids, or when I was a kid. Man, I wish there was a lot more YouTubers on the West Coast here in my area. I'd really love to put together a meet to go to the aquarium or something. Yes, Bob, leather recliners. Although I'm 6 feet tall, man, and both my heels and the top of my head was hanging off the recliner when I had it reclined back. So I decided to kind of just sit up for the most part. Maybe at another theater they might have some better ones, some longer ones meant for some slightly taller people. Because I don't really consider myself tall. I think I'm like on the tall end of average. I don't know. To me, tall's like 6'3" plus. I just said I think it's about 6'3" plus personally, man. But I think it's one of those things that I don't know, if you're tall, you don't think tall people are very tall. If you're short, then tall people look massive, and then you don't think anyone is short. So I don't know. I suppose we could ask Google what the average height is. Although I don't know if I opened up a new tab if it would mess up the stream, so I'm not going to try that. Oh, I know, we can ask the phone. Because I am actually a little bit curious. I don't know if you guys are too. Average adult human height.
According to Healthline, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, the average age-adjusted height for American men 20 years old and up is 69.1 inches. That's about 5 feet 9 inches tall. This number comes from data published in December 2018.
All right. So 5'9". So I guess I might be tall. Who knew? There we go, Chewy. Thank you. You're average, George. Thanks, Bob. I appreciate it, dude. I believe this is my second stream. Yeah. I'm trying. I might have to cut it off soon, man. We're already over an hour, and I am running out of a little bit to talk about. But yeah, do you guys actually know where I can locally, maybe one of the big box stores might have large media bags, like actually large? Because these ones I got said large, but they were pretty narrow. They were long, but narrow. Or actually, hey, George, do you have more of these, or where did you get them? Hey, Jesse, how's it going? 6'7" before your accident. Paint shop. Oh, you're 6'2", Bob? Dang, man, 6'7". Yeah, see, that's tall. All right, Jesse's here. Jesse does a lot of aquascaping, so I'm gonna see what he has to say about my 20 long going on. What do you think, Jesse? Or I don't know. Were you here earlier, Chewy? I don't think you saw this. I did add more pearlweed, but it is actually growing in pretty well. And then I will show you guys one more time this tank. Will do, Bob. That sounds good. Wait, Chewy, you played hockey or basketball? Or did you play either? Which one, farm tank? Jesse, the 20 long? That's my first attempt at scaping. This is one that Aquaballs did. Oh man, you did both? Yeah, the 20 long. Yeah, man, I had a sport for pretty much every season in high school. I switched a couple sports here and there, but my favorite by far was wrestling. Um, I l- Ultimately it was a team sport, but when it came to my match and my match alone, there was only one person I could ever be mad at, win or lose. I could only blame myself. So that's why it was my favorite. What you text him about, Bob? Gonna get another surprise? Do I sense another video coming soon? Hey, Michael, how's it going? Oh man, I was thinking about cutting it off, but I don't know. We're at the most people that have been here, so I guess we'll keep it going for a while. Hopefully, I can find something to talk about. Oh man, so I was suspended at work. Uh, Part of me kind of wishes it was for a little bit longer. That way I can get more done around here. It was only for a week. So instead, I just spent the whole week with my daughter. I accidentally, of course, it was an accident, but I rear-ended someone. I was sick all of the week before, and I was finally starting to get better. I started coughing like crazy, looked up, and car was stopped, hit the brakes, and I tapped it. Nobody was hurt, though, so it happens. It is what it is. But I was able to use the 5 days off to spend with my daughter. I was able to take her out of daycare for a whole week, and I didn't have to pay. So that was pretty cool. Especially she starts school next year, and I am pretty darn bummed about that. I usually have most of the time a Thursday off, and I'm not going to know what to do with my Thursdays anymore. Oh, yeah. Some people at work were PO'd with the way I was acting, and even my manager, I could see he was a little irritated with me. So I kind of had to set it straight like, hey, dude, look, there ain't jack crap I can do. I'm going to be suspended. So guess what? Yay, I get to spend time with my daughter. What do you want me to do? Sulk all for whatever time I'm going to be suspended for? He just kind of looked at me and was like, all right. I'm pretty sure that's why I only got 5 days instead of like 10 or 20. So, yeah. But I know some of the other supervisors were pissed off that I only got 5. I'm not liked by very many supervisors because I choose to do the job right the first time instead of doing things fast like some of them prefer. Yeah. Oh, that's cool, Bob. So I assume he watches a lot of your videos then. Oh yeah, Jess. Everyone says it is. Yeah, I don't know. Nothing makes sense with a lot of these corporations. Michael, my daughter is 4. Thank you, Michael. Oh, you have a son. 25. Right now it is strawberry quick, Jess. I actually make my own. It's a whole lot cheaper. Married a Canadian, hey? Did you? Hey? All I wanted to do when I met Joey was make fun of him for being Canadian. But then I couldn't do it. Yeah, Jess. I could probably make a gallon worth of juice at 6 milligrams for the price of, I don't know, maybe 500 milliliters of juice, if purchased regular at least. Oh, I was told that's where I went wrong. Is I married an American. That's a bummer, Jesse. What kind of turtles are you gonna get? Oh man, yeah, that's his fishing most of them. That's cool, Bob. Alice Springs. Oh, okay. Ooh, a redfoot tortoise. I remember when I was little, I wanted a tortoise. My mom said no because they'll outlive both of us. So there went that. But eventually, I think I would like some turtles of some sort. I need to win the lotto so I can, one, get a bigger house, and then basically make the walls tanks themselves. I think that would be pretty cool. Ooh, my spouse? I don't have a spouse. I have a ex-spouse. Yeah, my daughter's with my ex-wife right now. Um, she's usually with her Friday and Saturday, and I have her the rest of the time. Why not, Michael? They're not invasive or anything, are they? I don't know. I know nothing about tortoises. Illegal. I I think that's super weird that you cannot own native species. I don't know. Maybe they're scared you would just take them out of the wild illegally because that's the case here in California too. I'm sure it's not with everything that's native, but there's some stuff that we can't have. I don't understand. Don't get it. Whatever. I guess I'll just have to drive to Arizona. Won't say for what because I don't know. I really want to AXO, ending with Lottle. Yeah, I really want one or two, or I don't know. Maybe I can put like four of them in that tank. Oh, Bob, got a question for you. Um, hold on, let's see. Yeah, Chewy, I get it. So, Bob, my question for you, I am debating on starting a salt tank, and that would either be this 75 with the 40-gallon sump. I know I'd have to do some rearranging with the sump, or my 37-gallon acrylic that I have with a 29-gallon sump. Right now, my water change system is super easy. I have a 100-gallon tank that I just store water in and have a really long hose. Which one do you think would be better for me to convert to salt from a maintenance standpoint? How much water do you think I might need to change weekly? Because I will likely have to use 5-gallon buckets or a trash can or something like that. If I do this 75, but if I do the 37-gallon, I'm hoping I might be able to do it just 1 or 2 5-gallon buckets. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Or anyone else who has some input. I just know that Bob has some salt water and fresh water as well. Oh, Bob, that's horrible, man. Dude, that sucks. That really sucks. I think that's just messed up, man. For a while I wanted to do my 125. I really wanted to do a native tank. I really wanted to go catch fish myself and put them in. I thought that would have been something really cool to do, but from what I'm hearing, it's something that we can't really do. Although I don't know anyone who's going to want to come in my house to check on my fish. After all, I'm not some moron that owns a pet store and keeps an Asian arowana in a display case to be reported and to be blasted up on social media. I don't know if you guys heard about that one. I don't know where I heard it, but I guess there was a pet store owner who had an Asian arowana. Somebody posted a picture to Facebook or something, and yeah, it didn't end up too well. All right, guys, I will be right back. I'm just going to put this right over here. I need to go get myself some more water really quick. All right, guys, sorry about that. I'm back. You use a Python, Bob. How do you mix the salt? HOBs with skimmers? It sounds like regardless, I might need a small trash can for a salt tank. Actually, I might have someone, Monica. There's not very many people I would trust, but Aquaballs actually doesn't live very far from me, and we actually hang out quite often. So I don't know if he's still here. I don't think he is. He's probably getting ready for his kid's party tomorrow. But yeah, he lives pretty close. I actually met him at the LFS. And when he told me who he was, I thought it was pretty cool because I always wanted to meet a. Oh, yeah, cool. He is here. Yeah, I always wanted to meet another YouTuber, even though I wasn't really making any videos at the time. Yeah, man. So I actually get the mass majority of my plants from George, guys. So if you guys haven't checked his channel out yet, go check it out because he has a beautiful 120-gallon planted tank that I love to stare at when I'm over there. And he's always telling me the names of the plants, and I'm always forgetting because I'm not good with human names, much less names of plants. But I remember now, Bacopa. I remember, buddy, Bacopa. Yeah, bro, I'd never be able to take care of your snakes, but I could take care of your fish. No, man, I wish. I wish we were. I've actually been kind of not really nagging, but kind of egging Zenzo on to visit one of my local fish stores. We're actually in the LA area. So he comes to the LA area quite often, he says, for business. So I'm hoping he might be able to stop by an LFS and meet some of us locals. I'm sure there's quite a few of us who would like to meet him. Oh, Michael, you're just across from the San Fran Club. Yeah, Monica. I went to my first club a few months ago when Corey made a visit. And honestly, that's probably the only reason I actually pulled the trigger and went, but it was fun. I do want to go again. Didn't go last month, only because I had some other plans, but I'm hoping to go this month. Ooh, that is not tomorrow, but next Sunday. You gonna come, George? Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, man, you got to get your aquarium passes. I want to see if we could hang out at the aquarium. I think that would be pretty dang dope. Oh, okay. I thought you meant more of like a protein skimmer, Bob. All right, I'll have to look it up, Bob. I'll have to look that video up. Do you remember what it was called? Was that when he was in Hawaii, Jesse? All right, dude. Well, I'll pick you up if you want to go. Yeah, I saw the video you did. That was pretty cool. Yeah, George, we'll talk about it later, bro. Yeah, I actually want to go visit Paul, Unfiltered Aquarius. I want to see that 500-gallon plywood tank, man. Um, he was kind of, I think he was just messing with Lisa on the KG Tropical stream about beta sorority. But I ain't gonna lie, I'd really like to see that. I want to see one massive, massive beta sorority. And I'm not talking the 125 that Lisa has. I'm talking massive. Seeing all the tanks out there, especially with all the YouTubers, I I kind of feel like 125 is the large end of a medium tank. Um, I don't know. That's probably just me. Um, Me being a little envious of a 800-gallon tank um, that somebody has with goldfish in it right now. But yeah, although maybe a 125 is big and a 800 is just ginormous. Ooh, IFGA and Asian breeds. Are you guys still talking about guppies, man? I'm pretty depressed about my guppies. I'm kind of feeling like I need to start some strain specific tanks and put males only in the 75 and just fill it up. But we'll see. Cool. Jess. IGEES? So, Chewy, what's better, the IFGA or the Asian breeds? All right. I don't know. I've been without my guppies for a day now, and I'm not very happy about it. But I do really like the shorter fin guppies. The World Guppy Association. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I'll see like a pair from King Lee that I want, and then another pair from Dan's Fish, and then another pair from some other random online store. I wish they were all available at one store. That way I know I can be home and they'd all get there on one day, because I can't call out of work really, or take too many vacation days in a row anymore, because I'm pretty much out. All right, Bob. I'm going to end up having to walk my dogs after this stream. I was supposed to do it yesterday and I didn't. Santa Claus. Night, George. I'll try to see you tomorrow, buddy. Have you guys heard of Mickey Mouse Platies? I was walking around, I think it was PetSmart today, and I saw the two different ones, and I noticed a little bit of black near the tail, and then I noticed it said Mickey Mouse Platy. I thought that was pretty dang cool. I have a feeling that that'll probably be a fish my daughter chooses. Dang, wow, 20 years? Yeah, they might end up going in this 75. I really haven't decided 100% yet. It is the only aquarium I have in my living room, so if I do have any guests come over, it's probably the only one they'll see. That way they don't think they should take me out back and just put me out Old Yeller style, because we all know that everyone else will think I'm crazy except you guys. Hey, Kiwi, how's it going? Yeah, Kiwi, I saw that and then I saw the name. I thought I was just tripping out a little bit, and yeah, I wasn't. Hyphen Mickey Mouse Platties. I'm gonna have to look those up, Chewy, because I don't know. I'm liking Hyphen a lot. I really wish I had Hyphen White Clouds, but I ended up with the short fin or regular fin, whatever you want to call them. So I'm keeping them. Ooh. I guess we'll find out, Jess. You breed the high fin white clouds or long fin white clouds, Jesse? Yeah, I'm probably a good 15 minutes away from Disneyland, and I still haven't taken my daughter, especially since for the price of one ticket, I can get a season pass to Knott's Berry Farm. Um, I think I'll wait till she's around like 7 or 8 years old to try to take her because those prices are murder. Um, yeah, they really are. Oh, nice, Jesse. Yeah, there ends up being fish I would like to order online, like some longfin white clouds, and then I see some regular ones in the store, and then I can't help but to get them, even though I'd rather have the longfin. Um, and then I don't know too many people breeding fish, so yeah, Jess, that's a big one. She's very impatient with a lot of things, even at the movies. I'm glad we went at 11 a.m. So there was like two other people, another father and his kid in the movie. And our seats were right against the rail as it gets up a level. So it was kind of cool that she was able to just get up and walk around right there a little bit without bothering anyone else. She wasn't in the way of the movie or anything. Um, but there is another theater I would like to take her to because I heard there is an intermission break, and I myself could use an intermission break because I like to drink a lot of stuff and I need to go potty. Yeah. All right, Chewy, I'll have to do that. Let me pop open a tab. I'll do it on my phone because I do like live bears. I would prefer live bears. American Live Bearer Association. It would be nice if it did it right. There we go. All right, cool. I have it there. Yeah, Bob, that is a plus. Although I don't really worry about pH too much with the fresh water. Although I don't know, maybe that's why I don't have luck with certain fish like these darn neon tetras. Um, I'm hoping these ones do well for me. I just don't seem to have any luck with neon tetras. I've tried them in different tanks, but I never have any luck. Who knows? But I don't know. Now with the way you're talking about it, I might have to go all salt. Although the freshwater hobby made me poor, so I don't know about going all salt right now. Lucky, Kiwi, lucky. Yeah, Monica, I think she will. Um, I actually signed up for Disney Plus, which I'm excited about myself because I get to show her all the old stuff, especially for anyone near my age knows Recess. Recess is going to be on Disney Plus, so I am pretty darn excited to show her that show. It was one of my favorite cartoons as a kid. Yeah, Chewy, I'm pretty sure we have the same water. Um, both of it comes out around 8 to 8.2. I'm pretty sure it comes from the same location. We probably live about 5 miles apart, so not very far at all. Jesse. All right, Jess. Yeah, and that's what I'm worried about with eggs. Like, it seems like with live bearers, it's very easy to even if you had to put a fake plant in there temporarily to get some babies going, you could. I know when my hex tank was the guppy tank, I had this pink, super bushy fake plant in there, and I'm pretty sure that is the sole reason of why there was so many guppies in that hex tank. Uh, I'm pretty sure there wasn't very many fry that were preyed upon with that thing in there. Oh, Chewy, all right, I get it. Yeah, because I really haven't had any luck with neon tetras at all, and my water is very hard. So I suppose I should stick with I don't know, maybe some cichlids. Although I did end up with some rainbows that might end up in this tank. We'll see how well they do. They seem to be doing pretty well. They're all eating. I've had one pass, so I did get them off of Craigslist from this super shady dude who packaged them. Man, I wish I could show you guys the package. So bag. So if all that is water, the guy twisted it up like this and tied it in a knot at the top. And that was just water. There was like zero air in there at all. As soon as I saw it, saw the fish were alive, I pretty much threw the cash at the dude and drove home. Because, yeah, I was a little worried. Cool, Jess. Yay, rainbows do well too, Chewy. Good to hear. I really do like neon tetras. I really do like the way they look. I just don't know about trying to adjust pH for all that. Yeah, I know. RO water, RO water. With the 4-year-old kid, that's getting a little too much into it for me. No, Jess, I haven't tried Cardinals. Do they do a little better? Madagascar rainbows. All right. Yeah, Jesse, it was bad, man. Then the guy was asking me if I was gonna breed them. I told him yeah, and he's like, "Okay, cool. So maybe you can bring me some of your surplus, so I could sell them." And all I can think of is, I don't want to put fish I raised through that. Like in all seriousness, if I'm raising fish, I want them to be taken care of. Yeah, I don't know. I like my hard work to be appreciated. You've heard they're hardier, Jess? I might have to give them a try if these neons go south as well. You can probably see them right there right now. Right there. I know who you're talking about, Chewy. I actually watched his video this morning on how to breed zebra danio. So I'm gonna probably be trying that out with my longfin danio or the zebras. Do you guys know if the danio can interbreed and what the babies would come out as? Yeah, my Danio have been thriving, man. They love the water. I think they're pretty big. You can see one of the long fins right there. Cool, Chewy. Thanks. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna have to call it a night at 2 hours. So in just under 4 minutes. I am getting a little tired, and I do have a few more things I need to do before I can get to bed. Um, I appreciate all you guys coming out. And man, 12 likes. That is much better than the last stream. Crazy. But let's see. Yeah, Jess, fish can be pretty funny that way, man. I'm learning that little by little. So what I'm really thinking is in this tank is to leave the zebra danio in there, except for pulling a few out to breed. And I think I want to throw my Praecox rainbow that I picked up. And I'm thinking about some Gertrude. Although I'm not so sure anymore because I don't know where else I can get them. It was that Craigslist ad I saw. And the only reason I didn't get them at the time, the guy was out. But now after seeing the bagging skills, I'm not so certain I do want to get them from him. But I don't know. Maybe it'd be better if I just helped him out with the bagging a little bit, even though I don't know a whole lot. I could still bag better than that. I don't know. What do you guys think? Better to try to offer some friendly advice or just leave well enough alone? Yeah, I wonder if I could just bring over a bucket, if he'd be willing to let me onto his premises so I can just bring a bucket over. Yeah, Jess, the funny thing is I'm no expert bagger. Everything I've learned from bagging fish was from watching people do it. And a lot of that was big box store employees. So that's, but I don't know. It's just not that hard. No, I've never seen a breather bag, but it didn't seem like it could have been a breather bag. It was super duper thin plastic that seemed like it could have tore at any second. So I couldn't really picture anyone shipping in those bags. So I couldn't picture it being the breather bag that at least Bob Steenfot was talking about. Just because, yeah, it was super thin. Like I've had plenty of sandwich bags that were thicker plastic. Do they have like a texture to them, Jess? I would imagine maybe, I don't know. I've bagged up some of my bristlenose for aqua balls before, and I actually used my food saver. So I made the bag and I sealed it all the way up, cut off a tiny little corner of the bag, and then I just used air from my central air system because I don't have any oxygen. So I just used air for there, and I used the vacuum sealer again just to seal it without vacuuming the air out. Like silicone gloves. Yeah. All right, guys, it's been over 2 hours. I'm going to call it a night. I thank you all very much for coming to my stream. I appreciate it very much so. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.